In this class of business environment and ethical practices, we'll be talking about large scale and small scale businesses. Let's first have a look at how we make the distinction in between large scale and small scale industries. There are two categories here. One is the manufacturing sector, another one is the services sector. In manufacturing sector, any unit having investments of up to 25 lakhs is called micro unit or micro enterprises. If the investments go beyond 25 lakh but stays within the limit of 5 crores, that this kind of manufacturing unit will be called a small enterprises. Then if the investments go beyond 5 crores but within 10 crores, like in between 5 to 10 crores, the enterprise will be called medium enterprises. And if last but not the least, if the investments are more than 10 crores in plant, machinery, etc., this kind of a unit will be called a large enterprises. So this is how distinction is done, and this criteria has been provided by Ministry of MSME. So this is the criteria how we make distinction within the manufacturing sector. When it comes to services, since large investments are not required, so the variation of investment will be seen here. Like any unit having less than 10 lakh of investment will be called a micro enterprise. Any unit having more than 10 lakh but within 2 crores, like in between 10 lakh to 2 crore, if the investment falls in this category, this kind of unit will be called a small enterprise. If the investments are more than 2 crores but less than 5 crores, it will be called a medium enterprise. And last but not the least, any service unit, any unit which is providing services to its target customers, if the investments are more than 5 crores, this kind of a unit will be called large enterprise. Small scale industries or SSIs is a term which applies to the small entrepreneurs who are engaged in manufacturing and production on a micro level. The SSI sector continues to remain an integral part of Indian economy with significant contribution to GDP, industrial production and employee generation in India. Especially in a country like India, wherein a good amount of population resides in low income areas and it resides in rural areas, the level of education is not that good and huge investments are like there's a very handful of population which can go with huge amount of investments. So in this kind of scenario, in this kind of country wherein the demographic and geographic and economic factors are such that small scale industries play a very vital role in the economic growth. Worldwide, the SSIs have been accepted as the engine of economic growth and for promoting equitable development. The importance of MSME has been recognized in recent years in both developed and developing countries for its significant contribution in gratifying various socio-economic objectives, such as higher growth of employment, output, promotion of exports, and fostering entrepreneurship. SSIs play a crucial role in the industrial development of any country. And as I said earlier, also in a country like India, it becomes more relevant. The MSME sector is an important pillar of Indian economy as it contributes greatly to the growth of our economy. This sector even assumes greater importance now as the country moves towards a faster and inclusive growth agenda. Moreover, it is the MSME sector which can help realize the target of proposed national manufacturing policy of raising the share of manufacturing sector in GDP from 16% at present to 25% by the end of 2022. So we can see how vital the role is of SSIs and how they are contributing to the holistic growth of our economy. And it helps, SSIs help to create an ecosystem wherein lot many government's agendas are already covered or are properly taken care of, like generation of employment is one thing which government always looks up to, and SSIs have a great deal here. So it is very important for the social and economic growth both. Now let's have a look at what main factors are in favor of SSIs, or what is the contribution of SSIs with special reference to the socio-economic growth. First is employment generation. The basic problem that is confronting the Indian economy is increasing pressure of population on the land and the need to create massive employment opportunities. And since most of a good amount of population is not educated, and even those who are educated are not very much technically skilled, so it becomes very difficult for Indian government to create employment opportunities for all. But this is one factor which is seen in SSI, is that they tend to hire semi-skilled and low-skilled people as well, and at a good scale. So the basic idea is it helps in creating the or generating the employment opportunities. Second, mobilization of resources and entrepreneurial skills. Not everyone can become Ambanis or Tatas or Birlas. So we need people, those who can be an entrepreneur within their domain or within their territory. So it basically development of SSIs helps in the mobilization of resources. Then comes equitable distribution of income, which is very important. SSIs have been a very crucial tool in improving the distribution of income. Then regional dispersal of industries. It becomes a very difficult or a very tough choice for the government to see where the industries must be located. And economic centers or industrial centers are good, but they should not be so concentrated, because ultimately they lead to migration. Like if we look at the history, cities like Calcutta, Mumbai, Surat, these have been the industrial centers. And if the surrounding areas are not developing, what will happen ultimately? That people from remote areas or other states tend to migrate. Like even today we see a good deal of people, a good amount of people from UP and Bihar, they tend to migrate to big cities like Delhi, Mumbai in search of employment, and it creates a demographic disturbance. So SSIs help in that also. SSIs undoubtedly maybe at lower level, but they do use technologies and they provide opportunities for development of technology. Small scale industries have tremendous capacity to generate or absorb innovations. They provide ample opportunities for the development of technology, and technology in return creates an environment conducive to the development of small units. So it becomes a cycle. The entrepreneurs of small units plays a strategic role in commercializing new inventions and products. It also facilitates the transfer of technology from one to the another one. So in a gist, we can say that SSI uses and encourages the development of new technologies. It also helps in promoting exports, or in other words, we can say SSIs can play a very good role in reducing the dependency on imports. SSIs support the growth of large industries, because large industries can't produce everything by themselves. So these small units, for example, in an automobile, there might be like thousands of components, and the main automaker is not making all the components. Most of the part is being produced or manufactured in small units, like say like wiring, plastic components, rubber, vessels, nut bolts. All these things are at times made by the small scale industry. So they provide raw material to the large industries. And last but not the least, better industrial relations. If the relation between the employer and employee is good, it helps in increasing the efficiency of employees and reducing the frequency of industrial disputes. The loss of production and man days are comparatively less in small scale industries. There are hardly any strikes and lockouts in these industries due to good employer, and in most of the cases the employer and the employee are directly connected or at least in communication with each other. So all these factors can shows basically like how important small scale industries are. Thank you.